Ghosts, a history of spooks and specters. The idea of a ghost, or a disembodied spirit that lives on past death, is as old as civilization itself. A truly ancient folklore, literally, and spiritual idea. Possibly the oldest idea within these fields ever. Ghosts make up their own subgenre of legends and myths around the world. The first known ghost story comes from 1st century AD, when a Roman known only as Pliny records stories of ghosts in his journal. Pliny speaks vividly of a haggard old man with a long white beard, rattling chains as he roamed his former home in Athens. Plautus, a friend of Pliny, took this story and made it the plot of a play he wrote. The earliest actual depiction of a ghost goes way back before the 1st century. A Babylon stone tablet made in 1500 BC. Scholars argue that the clay tablet is a guide to exorcising spirits. The tablet itself shows a man standing on the left holding a short stick, wearing some sort of garment on his arms and shoulders, as well as a ceremonial headdress. Another man is shown on the far right, walking away from the first man. He appears to be wearing a long skirt and sandals. Given he is walking away, we can assume the exorcism was a success. In the ancient world, ghosts were viewed with sympathy, as they were seen as spirits deprived of the eternal rest that the dead were supposed to receive. Thus, across all ancient cultures, China, Greece, Rome, Scotland, England, etc., funeral rites were created to stop the soul of the deceased from returning. In 856 AD, the first poltergeist was recorded. A poltergeist is generally described as a ghost, but more harmful, throwing objects around and even starting fires. The person who recorded this was unknown, and it was said to have taken place in Germany. Ghosts appear in fairy tales, legends, and myths across time. Ghosts are part of a cross-cultural phenomenon that encompasses all cultures. Warning, if ghost stories do frighten you, I suggest you don't listen to this next part. I'm here to educate, not frighten you. I have a very high tolerance for ghost stories. China. The Chinese ghost, or should I say ghosts, are the Dao Lao Gui. These ghosts live in the mountains all over China and can be heard howling into the rain and wind during thunderstorms. They are known for their venomous darts. Male venom kills instantly, while the female venom induces a slow and painful death. Japan. One ghost is named Kuwazu Niobo. Her name translates to woman with a small appetite. This ghost is the Japanese woman, beautiful, quite hardworking and devoted to her husband. The story goes that she appeared to a man who proclaimed after looking at his high food bill, "I have a wife, she must be demure, hardworking, and have a small appetite." The two marry, and at first the woman is the selfish ideal of this man. Quite hardworking, never eating a bite of her husband's food. Yet, food keeps disappearing. Suspecting his wife is eating in secret, he discovers that when she thinks he's not around, she cooks a huge pot of rice. Moving her hair aside, she begins feeding the extra mouth, hidden under her hair. Once the ghost finds out her husband knows of her true nature, she lunges at him, fangs bared from both of her mouths, attempting to murder him. The man escapes and lives the rest of his days, hiding in a field where irises grow, as they are known for their power of warding off evil spirits. Russia. In the Slavic region, ghosts don't appear, but reanimated corpses do function in the same role, not like zombies. Her back hair. In old Russian culture, back hair refers to the special braid a girl wears. Once there lived a girl, a vain, boastful girl who proclaimed to be the bravest of anyone in her village. She had the finest back hair of any of the girls in the village. One night she invited all the women of the village to a grand feast. They decided to test who was the boldest among them. "I am," declared the boastful girl. "Well then," replied one of the women, "go past the graveyard, into the church, and take down the holy picture and bring it here." "Good," "I will do so," said the arrogant girl. And sure enough, the girl took the picture from the church and brought it back. However, the picture needed to be returned. She was on her return trip to the church. She passed through the graveyard. Seeing a corpse lying on a tomb wrapped in a beautiful white shroud, the girl went, put the picture back in the church, then went out. Sat on the tomb next to the corpse. She pulled the shroud away, but the corpse held on to it. She yanked harder, and the shroud came loose. She took the shroud and went home. There! Not only did I put the picture back, I took a shroud from a corpse, boasted the girl. The woman gasped, horrified. After all the women laid down to sleep, there was a tap on the window. It was the corpse. "Give me my shroud," it cried. The women were frightened out of their minds, but the boastful girl opened the window and held out the shroud. "Take it," she said. "No, restore it to my resting place," said the corpse. Dawn came, and the corpse went away. The next night, the corpse tapped on the window. "Give me my shroud," it cried. This time, the girl's parents offered it the shroud. "No, restore it to my resting place," it said. Dawn came, and the corpse went away. The following day, the girl's father went to the church priest for help. The priest thought for a moment, then said, "Let her come to the church tomorrow." A number of people showed up to the service. Just as they were about to start, a goddess appeared in a whirlwind so strong it knocked everyone in the church over, picking up the girl and throwing her hard to the floor. When the wind died down, there was nothing left of the girl but her back hair on the church floor. Spain, Duende. These are the spirits of deceased infants who died before baptism. They are evil spirits who lurk in the homes of the parents and cause chaos. They are known for kidnapping and eating living babies. Polynesia, picking up Pele. It is thought that if you see an older woman on the side of the road, you must stop to pick her up and take her where she asks. To ignore her will bring bad luck, as this older woman may be the spirit of Pele, a ghost who is said to haunt certain parts of Hawaii. Ecuador, La Gringa Sin Cabeza, or the Headless One, haunts a former American air base. The ghost targets men walking alone at night, attacking them violently. The legend goes that during World War II, a serviceman cheated on his girlfriend. When she found out, he pushed her off a cliff. Her head got caught on something on the way down, and it tore off her head. Ghosts also appear in a lot of popular literature, like Hamlet, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, A Christmas Carol, Lord of the Rings, The Shining, etc.